Most people think improving their English listening is about finding the right app, the right course, or the right method, but honestly, it is simpler than that. The learners who make the fastest progress are not always the ones who study the most. They are the ones who have the right daily habits, small things they do every single day that slowly but surely change everything. Today, I want to share 3 of those habits with you, and I promise none of them are complicated. But first, let me tell you something important. Your ears are like muscles, and just like muscles, they get stronger the more you use them. But they only get stronger if you use them the right way. A lot of learners use their ears the wrong way without even knowing it. They listen to English that is too hard. They listen without really paying attention. They listen a little bit here and there, but never consistently. And then they wonder why after months of listening practice, fast English still sounds like a blur. The 3 habits I'm going to share today will fix that. They're simple, they're free, and you can start all 3 of them today. Habit 1. Listen to something in English every single day, without missing a day. I know this sounds obvious, but most people do not actually do it. They listen on Monday, then they skip Tuesday, they listen a little on Wednesday, then the week gets busy, and suddenly it's the following Monday again. That pattern does not build strong ears. Your brain needs regular, consistent exposure to English to start treating it as something normal and familiar. And that only happens when you show up every single day. It doesn't have to be long. 15 minutes is enough. 20 minutes is great, but it has to be every day. Here's a simple way to make this easier. Connect your English listening to something you already do every day. When you drink your morning coffee, put on an English podcast. When you walk somewhere, listen to English. When you're getting ready in the morning, play an English video in the background. You're not adding something new to your day, you're just attaching English to something that already happens, and that makes it much easier to stay consistent. Habit 2. Listen to the same thing more than once. This one surprises a lot of people. Most learners always want new content, new episode, new video, new podcast, always moving forward. But going back and listening to the same thing again is one of the most powerful things you can do for your listening skills. Here's why. The first time you listen to something, your brain is working very hard just to understand the meaning. It's catching words, building the story, figuring out what's going on. It's doing a lot. The second time you listen, your brain already knows the meaning, so now it can relax and start noticing other things. How the speaker sounds, which words they stress, how sentences connect to each other, the rhythm of the language. The third time, it starts to feel familiar, and familiar is exactly where learning happens fastest. So instead of always finding new content, take something you already listened to and listen to it again. Even once more is enough to make a big difference. Habit 3. Listen to things you genuinely enjoy. This one sounds like it should be obvious, but you'd be surprised how many learners force themselves to listen to boring content just because someone told them it was good for their English. Here's the truth. If you're bored, your brain is not fully awake, and when your brain is not fully awake, it's not absorbing as much. Things go in, but they don't stick as well. But when you're genuinely interested in what you're hearing, your brain lights up. It pays attention automatically. It connects with the content, and it remembers so much more. So think about what you already love. Sports? Find English sports commentary or podcasts about your favorite team. Cooking? There are thousands of English cooking channels on YouTube. True crime? Business? Comedy? Travel? Whatever it is, there's English about it. Find the topics that make you want to keep listening, and then listen to those things in English as much as you possibly can. Enjoying what you listen to is not a lazy shortcut. It's actually one of the smartest things you can do for your learning. So let me put it all together. 3 habits. Every single day, no missing, go back and listen to the same things more than once and choose content you genuinely enjoy. These three things sound like they're small, but if you do all three of them consistently, your listening will improve faster than you expect. Your ears will get used to the sounds of real English. Fast speech will start to feel slower. New words will start to stick, and understanding English will start to feel less like work and more like something natural. That's what consistent habits do. They don't change everything overnight, but over weeks and months, they change everything. That's it for today. If this helped you, share it with a friend who wants to improve their English but doesn't know where to start. And drop a comment below. Which of these three habits are you going to start with today? Number 1, 2, or 3? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one and I want to know where you're starting. See you in the next one.